September, Wednesday. It has been a while since I wrote in one of these. I think like a year or so. Though I have a good excuse for it. Long story short, my parents are divorced. It shouldn't have been surprising. Their marriage has been having a lot of problems, but I could never imagine that the reason for the divorce was this. Frank, please! We can still argue, but not in front of the kids. Not in front of Maddie. Please, Frank! Shut up, you cheating whore! Maddie's not even my kid, so why should I care? Yeah, apparently, Maddie's not actually Dad's son. He never was. And when he found out about it, he went nuts. And he and Mom have been fighting nonstop ever since. And we're usually caught in the crossfire. Also now, Dad started accusing Mom of everything. He demanded to know how many men she's been with, since when did she start cheating, and he even asked if Roderick or me weren't his sons either. Mom tried to beg him to understand that what happened with Manny's biological father had been an accident, and even though Manny wasn't biologically his, he was still his son. Though Dad wasn't having any of it, and immediately asked for a divorce. Mom had agreed, but reluctantly. I think she only said yes because she wanted all the fighting to stop. Now, I barely remember how the divorce went, but I do remember the aftermath. The judge said that Dad and Mom will have shared custody over me and my brothers, and that we'll spend the weekdays at Mom's while spending the weekends at Dad's. Though Dad still had possession over the house, so Grandma has agreed to let us stay in her house since then. Mom also had to start working 3 different jobs to continue to support us, and she looks more exhausted than ever. She still tries to remain as positive ever, though, for our sakes. She's truly the bravest woman I've ever known, and I feel ashamed for not having realized that sooner. All of us are taking the divorce differently. Roger's been more mellowed out lately. He doesn't bother me anymore, and always tries comforting Manny the best he can whenever he feels upset. He's also been taking school a whole lot seriously now, and even decided to quit loaded diaper and start working as a cashier in a supermarket as a part-time job in order to help Mom out. And Roderick loves his band more than anything in the world. Though I'm concerned, Roderick's also been sneaking away lately. He will sometimes leave the house in his van and not return until the wee hours of the morning. No one knows where he goes or what he even does whenever he leaves, and Mom hasn't found a way to get him to tell her either. We're all really worried. I hope Roderick is not getting into trouble that could get him hurt. And as for Manny hasn't taken the divorce very well. In fact, I fear he's the one who took it the hardest. He's always crying, and whenever he's not, when he's quiet and gloomy, not even cuddling with tea to get him feel better. And what's worse is that I don't think that Manny even understands what's going on. I think he only understands that his parents suddenly now hate each other, and it's indirectly his fault. Bobby, will Mommy and Daddy ever be wise to each other again? I don't know, Manny. I really don't know. I can't help but feel bad for him. He didn't ask for any of this. He didn't ask to learn how his father wasn't who he thought he was, and for the man that has been his dad to suddenly resent him. As for me, well, I honestly don't know what to feel. I'm a little mad at Mom for having kept a secret about Manny's true parentage, but I also think that Dad has overreacted when he learned about the truth.